Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, the 19th of December. We had an explosion to the upside today after the FOMC announcement, and we'll definitely see evidence of that on the scans here. Let's first take a look at the Nasdaq patch. Nasdaq patch is a little bit better to buy, but not decisively so. We definitely saw some volume bumps. There was a lot of action in Apple today. Had a nice short out of the gate in Apple today that worked out pretty well. This thing barely even closed over the open today, even with the very, very powerful move that the markets had this afternoon. So we got volume bumps in Apple. We also have one in Biogen, Amazon, EA, and Google, and not to mention Netflix. So a lot of motion from the stocks that were essentially the high beta names. A lot of that was feeding off of Apple with some weakness, and then they kind of flipped around and circled the wagons late in the day. So a lot of action there. Probably going to see some more volume again tomorrow. We're kind of at tradesight, we kind of doubt that the unravel's done for option expiration, so that's still on deck and still to come. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully we're going to be able to make some more hay tomorrow from that. We had a nice day today, but definitely pay attention to the deviations. Also, on days like this, pay attention to the VWAP deviations, because it really tells you what the flavor of the stock was at the close. So for Biogen, almost 2% above the day's VWAP means they were really, really coming for it today. Moving on to the financials, huge volume in the financials today. You can see the volume bumps here in the financials. A lot of volume to the upside, mostly kind of no real bias from the scans overall. Bank of America had a nice close, significantly above the day's VWAP. Visa was also 1% above the day's VWAP with a strong finish there. Moving on to the energy names, more volume there again. Rig wound up with a downside CPS. That one was pretty weak. That was about 0.5% below the day's open on a very, very strong day. Valera has an upside CPS, so that might be the one to watch on the long side for tomorrow. Looking at the generals, this one's a little bit better to the buy side. There's really nothing on the sell side, and we do have a fair amount of upside CPS conditions, so those are the ones you want to focus on. We've got a VWAP deviation in Dow Chemical, DOW. Moving on to the housing names, Toll Brothers was real strong out of the chute today. That one actually went up with an RPS sell signal because it was real strong early on. Didn't really add on enough. Did close above the VWAP and above the open, but pulled off the high significantly. Also have an RPS condition in NVR. Hovnanian, a little bit to the downside. Lowe's, LOW, and DHI, obviously different companies, but different kinds of companies, but they were both very, very strong. Note the overall volume there. Transports, a lot of volume, but unfortunately no signals in that patch. Commodities, kind of a mixed bag today. They wound up hitting gold late in the day. We shorted GLD. We had a bracket trade in the GLD above the high after the announcement, and then below a level. It actually triggered below the level, which was the favorite side, and just wound up just unraveling and unraveling, and made a nice trade there. So we're going to see some weakness here in some of these precious metal names. Double G and Silver Wheaton both have downside CPS conditions, and they're both on pretty good volume. Definitely keep an eye on those. Put buyers could wind up in the money on those. Got an RPS and FCX to the upside. We've got a contra candle on Mosaic and an upside CPS in US Steel letter X. All right, folks. Well, tomorrow's going to be the finishing up the options unravel, so good luck there, and we'll see you on Friday. This has been Rich for tradesight.